Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play EU4 as Sweden, currently in a war against the Leavonian Order, and Russia, not Muscovy, but Russia, and we have Lithuania on our side, although they're getting beat up a little bit here. Hopefully we'll arrive on time, and we do, to reinforce. That Russian morale is definitely a bit problematic for us. They're going to reinforce its 5-stack as well. They got a 3-4. They have a 3-4 as well. They have the river crossing, which thank you very much for that. So we're going to win another battle over here, but the morale stuff makes it very, very risky. There's always a possibility. A couple of bad rolls, we'll lose the morale thing, we'll get routed, and it'll put us in a bad position overall. I do like the higher discipline to inflict the actual damage, although honestly, how much that matters against Russia and their infinite manpower pool, I don't know. They're not quite at infinite manpower levels yet. And in fact, they have been sitting with basically no reserve manpower, and they're down to 17,000 troops. So they're pretty much broken. In fact, and it sucks that they're not a co-belligerent in this war, but we are definitely in a position to grab a whole lot of their stuff. Do I want to merge these guys? Maybe I don't, actually. But it would be nice to follow these guys and see if we can get a stack wipe out of it. It'll be hard, because they'll get some morale ticks. And they're not totally out of juice yet. But there's really not very many of them left. So we're going to try to chase down that army, see if we can get a stack wipe. Because if we do, they have no manpower left. Unless they've got money in the bank to... that's a good question. If we go and talk to them. They have some money in the bank for mercs, but not tons. And they don't like to go bankrupt doing that. So we'll chase them as much as possible, just because we have pretty significant numbers. We are walking through Russia in the winter. Which I think... might not be the best idea. I'm not sure. Do we have a need level 1? Oh, that actually is pretty handy. And we can afford him. I like the higher manpower limit. Oh, it actually puts us negative while we're reinforcing here. But it's going to be pretty good. We have higher maneuver than they do, right? 2 versus 1? Yeah, it's 1 across the board. Good. Because we're going to be doing a river crossing here, and I don't want to get the penalty if I can avoid it. Yeah, that is some pretty brutal attrition. And actually, right before... it's probably a good idea for us to merge before we get into this battle, just to make sure we have 100% strength. That's 5% attrition per month. That is really, really brutal. How far are they running? No, they're still on actually the white flag running as well. It's possible this chase was ill-advised. We'll see how it goes. Oh, Russia in the winter. Deep, deep into Russia in the winter. They're still not done. Okay, you know what? We're losing way too many people. Let's run home. Maybe de-siege some stuff. At least during the winter. I don't suppose we could get Russia to get the hell out of this war, could we? No. Wait, I don't want to make demands to Russia. Oh, because the payment thing, right? No. Alright. We could take their capital. Actually, wouldn't be that hard. Tell you what, we'll focus on that. Winter be damned. Could go and blockade some of their stuff as well, but I'm not sure that that's needed. Let's grab all of our ships, move them all into the northern Baltic, and then we'll break off a proper our trade fleet from there, while leaving a little bit of a blockade. That, did we stop sieging this? I think we did. I think we moved out a unit too quickly or something. Derp. Oh, they have Novgorod. Yeah, that's right. That's why they could form Russia. I really don't want to lose that much money. I mean, I don't like losing admin power, but I don't want to take out, like, I think that would be 3 loans. And that makes me a bit unhappy, so let's try to avoid that. I lost like 10k troops on that march through Russia. You see that? Insane. Absolutely insane. Do they have full defensive? They might. No, but it's a severe winter. It's April, and we actually hit a severe winter, not just a normal winter. Damn. Fighting Russia. That's the way it goes. So we'll split up like this. They don't have much of an army. We should be able to respond if something happens. And we still have the Leavonians over here. At some point, they might separate peace out. France is at war with a lot of people. And they didn't ask me to join in. We're still allied? Yeah. Interesting. They might have decided to do that because we were not in wow, because we were not in a war, or we were in a war. We're actually in 2 wars. So France still has an excess of troops over here, but Scotland did go and properly full siege everything, so we can do a full annexation. And yeah, you can see I can't ask for Meath. It's the capital, even though we had a claim on it and everything. The only way I can eat it is if I full annex. And since I'm planning on vassalizing the Leavonian order, I'm going to go ahead and accept a full annex over here. Once we're at peace, we might actually sell a province to Scotland, maybe Connaught. We'll see how it goes. Actually, no. I don't think we'll do that. Send that. Eat Tyrone. I will go and start cores on all these. And also raise the autonomy, just to reduce the rebellion. They're going to be there. They're going to be annoying. Oh, wow, that's a lot of admin power. How come so much? Increase... Hold on! There's increased coring cost over here? Shoot. Maybe I should have just vassalized them. Well, I'll definitely try to feed some of this stuff to Scotland. We will have to be at peace for that, though. Dang. Whoa! Okay. Abandon siege. Oh, we'll never get there in time. But let's merge sieges. Actually, let's merge sieges in the capital. That makes the most sense. And you stay down there. Really? We're not going to be able to escape in time? Okay, if we do this, they'll decide to stop moving, yeah? Yeah. Okay. Damn. Took a bit of a nasty turn there. Listen, we don't have you fully sieged yet. But really, you should become my vassal. Merge up, detach light ships, go and work the Baltic Sea. Where are you attacking me? Kaluga. Oh, because we're not actually moving our troops. There we go. I was going to say, that'll probably get you to stop moving. So they are grouping up a pretty decently sized army over here. But Lithuania's still got a pretty beefy army itself. Might make sense for us to actually have attacked these 2 stacks while they're roaming around, but I would like to take their capital. They're going to siege over there. That's fine. They can do that. I'll siege their capital. This other Lithuanian army might start to move relatively soon. How much ticking war score can we still get? Oh, we're only about halfway through. Peace offer from the Livonians. I will declare or cancel that. We're 4 years into the war. Again, when we hit 5 years, then fully sieging Lithuania will give us 100% war score, and they'll be kind of forced to accept our vassalization offer. Look at this army! All right, listen, Scotland, just convert, man. You don't have much of a choice. There we go. A bit of a siege finished over here. Let Lithuania do whatever it wants. As long as it finishes this siege. Finish the 100% siege of Livonia. Winter siege. We can lose a bunch of manpower. Or lose 5 prestige. And the defenders in the siege will take a penalty. No, we'll do that. I don't want to spend any extra manpower. Don't know if this will be relevant, but let's go ahead and try to send some dudes over there. Especially since even Russia might reinforce. No, they're going a different way. I don't want them to go and break my siege here, though. Okay, looks like we're going to be fine. And once again, it is winter. That severe winter plus the siege thing. Let's just... We'll finish the siege of Moskva. Oh, we have to stick around, because they could decide to attack us. Hey! We got a cardinal in Stockholm. Lovely. We probably shouldn't be messing around in Russia at all. I'll finish the siege of the capital, and then I'm just going to move to friendly territory. This winter stuff is so sick. It's quite an army they're merging up here. I doubt that they'll attack me here. They might decide to go around to Tiber. So I'll actually just circle around a bit. And successfully dodge this army. We'll merge up over here, and then we'll have both of them go into my own territory, sort of together. run away from this Russian winter nonsense. Meanwhile, we got a full siege of the Leavonian Order. It'll only take about 1,000 war score to vassalize Russia. Alright, so demands exceed war score, but that won't last for very long. Just another year. We just have to hold out another year. That is fine. We'll go ahead and split this stack like so, just to reduce some attrition. Although, would we be over the supply limit? Yeah, we would. So I'll go ahead and split up. That's fine. There's a chance they might decide to attack me over here, but we'd be in friendly territory in the forest with the ability to reinforce. And yeah, they're not going to attack. We can take another idea. I'm not going to spend any Diplo points. Oh, that's administrative power. I'm going to hold on to my administrative power because I may or may not need to core all that stuff. We'll see how it goes. So they're going to try to free up their capital. We're going to wait for, I don't know. Again, I don't know what date. Oh, it was August. It was August 16th or something when we started the war. So that's when our war score should go to 100%. We'll see how it goes. An empty seat. Yearly inflation reduction will be fine. We can't convert these guys right now because they probably have religious fervor. So no point in doing that quite yet. Hopefully France is winning their war. Indeed, they are. I mean, a powerful France is obviously scary, but for now, it's fine. I don't know how late we'll go in this game. I'm not sure that we're going to go into like 1821 or whenever this game ends. I suspect we'll reach some point before then where we're like, okay, we've pretty much won all the things. So let's just call it quits, which is fine. So our armies are reinforcing. Actually, they're almost completely reinforced at this point. Yeah, good. Excellent. It's summer. Let's go ahead and kick it up to speed 4. Ah, 100% war score, right? We got midway through August. There we go. So we can go ahead and demand. I guess we're going to demand their vassalization while we figure out exactly what to do with all this coring stuff over here. Well, we're going to give some of it away to Scotland. I suppose I wanted to start a core somewhere. I could just eat them. But then I'd be eating... I could turn around and release Tyrone. That's an interesting idea. What if I just ate the Leavonian Order? And if I wanted to release Tyrone, what's my overextension right now? 68%. Now, that will drop by 24% in like seconds. So that'll bring me down to 44. Eating the Leavonian Order. Would be 64. So I'd be 108. I mean, I have to do something, but even just giving away a province to Scotland might be enough to drop me below 100. I might not need to release anything at all as a rival or as a vassal. Should we just try it? What could possibly go wrong? It's fine. Let's full annex. Boom. Okay, we're now at peace. So yeah, we are at 132, but again, this is going to finish ticking in a month and a half. Which is maybe a little bit longer. We might get a bad event. Out of the Irish provinces over here, which has the biggest overextension? 8 for Connaught, 16 for Leinster, but I don't know if Scotland can core that. So it's probably Meath, yeah, 20. And Scotland has a claim on it. So tell you what, Scotland, assuming you will take it while you've got rivals in here, or that rebels, I'm going to sell you Meath. Yeah, I'm not going to ask you for any money. It's fine. Okay. So we're still at 112. There's a chance we'll get a bad event before Riga finishes coring. We're going to cross our fingers and hope that that's not the case. Meanwhile, I will go ahead and definitely increase the autonomy in these this region here, because these are all going to work towards... Oh, Swedish peasants? No. Let's say Prussian patriots. Rigan nationalists, right? That's different. I'm not going to drop it in Riga because they're the only source of those. Or they're not anymore. This is interesting. Right now, if we didn't do anything, 5.9, 55, 6.3, 2 years for Swedish peasants. Now, Swedish peasants are pretty easy to beat up. Maybe I don't raise autonomy. It's a bit crazy. crazy like a fox. Core all the cheap stuff, which is basically just not Ireland. We are gonna have to start coring Ireland. I'm gonna keep the rest. I don't think I could try to see if Scotland would take a second province. It's unlikely because they have any overextension at all. That's usually a big no at that point. Let's go ahead and stand in a couple of these provinces over here to lower the revolt risk. Sharing is caring. All right. I like free power. Let's start coring Connaught. Yeah, there's almost no way we can feed them that. Wow, that is a hell of a rebellion stack. I like how Scotland's hiding their armies in my territory. Sell province. Any interest in that? No. It's because, oh, because they're not Irish? Oh, and they didn't have a claim. Fair enough. Okay. Scotland does not accept the Irish. So we can't quite start coring this stuff yet. We already raised the autonomy. Still a pretty good chance that there'll be some nations. Are they separate types, though? No, they're both Leinster. Okay. You guys are going to go and stand in these tiles. Our navy over here, I'm going to go ahead and grab the heavies. We're going to dock them in Skåne. And the transports will sit in Devil. We finished coring Riga. Excellent. How's our overextension? 88%. Good. No horrifically bad events. I'll go ahead and spend some points to reduce the war exhaustion right away, just to make it a little bit less crazy. 2.4, 2.9. Okay, good. Swedish peasants are... Whoa! Okay. France. Did you finish your other war? No, you're still at war with a lot of the powers that are going to be called in here. No. Oh! Oh, you're calling me into the existing war. Oh. Because you can do that now. There's not that 60-day thing anymore. I guess they waited until I was done with my war, and then they're calling me in. They're currently winning. I will accept. What kind of targets do we have over here? Some potentially sexy ones. I'm not a co-belligerent, so I can't call in anyone else. I guess I will do the walk through Poland. Actually, we can do that. I mean, some of the territory over here is very sexy, but I could just grab Memel or something. They have felt hats. Okay, good for them. France is fighting down there. I mean, I don't have a lot of manpower. I'd rather mostly let my stuff recover. I don't have claims over here. So it's unlikely that France would give me anything. Tell you what, then. I'm going to tell my troops to actually walk through my territory and just sit in Holstein for now. Maybe we'll go and siege something here. Do I have a claim here? No. I do have a claim in Lubeck, don't I? But they're not actually in the war. We're going to make sure to keep lots of claims on some of these guys. Religious disorder. All right. I expect there'll be more and more coalitions. Although, again, by keeping people in truce, it limits how many people can jump in a coalition against me. Oh, Scotland. Just convert to Protestant already. It's okay. I realize I have religious ideas. I'm kind of a... I've kind of a bit, you know, got the Inquisition going on. You're a bit concerned. Fair enough. Cologne entered a military coalition against us. Okay. Now, some of them would have broken relatively soon. I suspect that we just added a whole lot more aggressive expansion. I mean, we just ate a huge block of land. Massive. So I can't, you know, can't criticize them if they get a bit pissy. Let's go ahead and help in some of this blockade, actually. Lose 2 stability or spend... Oh, and have to take out what? Again... That's a whole... My bank plus a loan. I don't like the idea of losing 2 stability, though. I'd rather... So do I want to pay 250 ducats for basically 100 admin power? I'm not sure that I do. I don't have the admin power to pop my stability right back up. Well, especially right now with my overextension. You know what? I will go ahead and pay it. It kind of sucks, but I've got so much overextension right now that I'm really, really concerned about rebellion. So every little point of stability can help. Negative stability would be pretty ouchy. Yeah, there's a loan. Okay, we only need one loan. Scotland will soon flip to be Protestant and will stop being occupied and should start feeding me some money again as their overlord. So, I guess we'll go and stand in Lauenburg anyway with some troops. I'll go ahead and like throw all the cannons in there and then pull back with the cavalry and like half the infantry just to cut back on attrition. If we get attacked there, it'll be a little scary for a sec, but hopefully we can respond quickly enough. Now, part of me is like, maybe I should be joining the French army, helping them win things over there. It looks like they're going okay. Our war score has gone up, so France will grow. Can get another idea. I think that's fine. Combat width, cavalry fire, infantry shock. These are all pretty good, but at this point, I'm going to go ahead and try to finish the ideas with the idea that it will make the technologies cheaper. It's not like it's a good level. Every level is good, but it's not like a new version of infantry or more tactics, for example. So I will live without it for a little bit and just go ahead and finish off my offensive ideas. France still doesn't have all of its troops in one place. Although I think they did move some of them out. I'm not sure. Meanwhile, they're still whacking up some war score. We've got some friends. Is Castile on our side on this? Aragon, Castile, Hungary. This is an insane war. This is really quite a war. Look at this. Actually, this is incredible. What an incredible world war going on. Love it. We are currently sucking up to Lithuania. May as well finish that off. Well, they're basically done, so we'll get our diplomat back in a second, and that'll be fine. Scotland, when we do have a different religion, it might hurt us a little bit. I still have the annexation of subjects, so I can't soak in Scotland yet anyway. And then we're going to have to convert all their territory away from being Protestant, which is a little bit annoying. Of course, we have that same sort of issue going on here. End of religious turmoil. Okay, so certainly they have flipped to being Protestant. But our relationship is still fine. No worries there. We're only at 3 of 4 relations. I really could have popped Tyrone. I really wasn't thinking. The increased coring cost is kind of upsetting. I probably should release them still, maybe. Well, I'm already annexing Connaught. You know, hang on. I'm going to cancel. I'll get my money back. I didn't have to necessarily give it to Scotland. On the bright side, though, well, we'll have to wait for this war to end. On the bright side, by being smaller, they will annex that much faster. I mean, I'm sort of transferring the cost from Leinster, or Tyrone, whatever I release here, to Scotland. No, this will be okay. This will be fine. I wonder if Scotland might be worth turning them to a march and keeping them around while I just eat everything else. I don't think so. I don't think so. I suspect Scotland will be the next thing that we soak in. Whoa! Pause. We have no front line over here, and there's some reinforcements like going around like crazy. We don't even have a leader assigned to that army. We're going to recall that diplomat. And we will almost certainly lose that battle. Wow, look at that. They have no discipline, though. And less tactics. They might win this battle from having high morale and a lot more troops coming in as well. But what's interesting is they will actually take a fair bit of manpower damage until they get reinforced. But still, the manpower, the deaths are pretty similar. And we'll lose the battle, but not so bad. There you go. Lost that. We'll get pushed back over there. We're going to make sure... I'm going to move my navy. Yeah, this navy here. I'm going to move you right in here to make sure that we can't be pursued. I'm still considering moving my capital to Copenhagen. So we lost the French a little bit of war score there. But it also keeps the Polish army up here and out of where France is actually kicking some butt. I suspect, because Savoy, of course, low war enthusiasm. Austria's down to medium, which is good. France is still high. Castile and Aragon, not huge. I don't actually have any war score. They take a white piece. Like, I could piece out of this if I wanted to. It would upset France a bit. I'm going to wait. I'm going to detach my mercs and then have them consolidate. I don't know if that actually saved anything. The rest I will leave there. No reason to consolidate. I'm about to go into a battle with these troops. May as well let them reinforce. My manpower is existent, so that's okay. Alright, so we are going to be sieged a little bit. If we're about to lose a siege, I might white peace at that point. I'm hoping France finishes their stuff before then. They've got their war goal. They've got half the ticking war score they need towards that. They should basically just be eating... They might full annex Savoy. I don't know. The AI is not usually that aggressive, but it could happen. Rebel uprising. Swedish peasants. Ooh, it's going to happen anytime now. And I mean, I wouldn't have spent the military power. Unless it was under 100, it might have been worthwhile. So what I should probably do, since I am secure over here, is go ahead and move my troops and maybe have them stand in Oslo. Ah, France is pieced out. Okay. Fine. That's good. Which will lower our war enthusiasm or war exhaustion. I don't think I'm going to pay to drop it. 2's not too bad, and it's going to drop on its own. I am, though, going to create Tyrone. Yeah. That way it'll save me some cost, lower my exhaustion some more. That's going to be fine. We can send a diplomat over there right away to... Actually, can we Royal Marry right away? That'll be nice. And Scotland, we definitely lost some relationship there. That heretic religion. But we have 70 extra space for improved relations. We're going to be fine. Got a royal marriage there. We're going to try to improve relations with them soon. I could actually... Let's go ahead and max out France again. And just wait until the 5th. So we'll handle our rebellions relatively soon, which we should be okay. Improve relations over there. Good. We are attempting to core everything. We are. We can convert... Oh, Yorkshire. Excellent. Okay. We'll take 4 years right now, but that's fine. Moving these guys over this way. Again, there will be that rebellion. I would like to... Actually, I was going to say, I would like to take out the rebellion uprising in Osel first, so I don't have to worry about the Strait crossing, but then I will have to deal with the Strait crossing getting out of Osel. Or Oisel. I think it's like an oi kind of sound. Oh, all you guys. What do we have here? Radical reforms. That's a lot of text. Most trusted advisors. Really? Like, literally 2 advisors, huh? Been talking a lot recently, plotting, they say, drafting plans for Sweden's future. They say whatever they're discussing, it's clearly controversial enough to warrant some secrecy. They finally approach the king to present the results. Thick stack of papers, trade practice, protectionism, regulation, radical, some would say, necessary, profitable. Okay, wow, there's a lot of options. Holy crap. Okay, mercantilism is really good. It's really, really good. For a couple of reasons. So you can see here, your mercantilism value, double that is your trade province modifier. So by getting an extra 5 mercantilism, we're getting 10% modifier to all our province, which is pretty good. The -1 stability sucks, but I mean, you're basically paying 100 admin to get, 10% more trade power everywhere. That ain't bad. You can't willingly raise up mercantilism. I don't think they added a thing for that here. Oh, that's right, they did add. It's 100 papal influence for 1 mercantilism. So mercantilism is really, really nice. What else do we have? Kick a guy out and gain 20 admin power? No. Kick someone else out and get 20 diplomatic power? No. Or kick them both out? Oh, well, crap. We're definitely going to take the 5 mercantilism. Yeah, losing stability sucks. But we'll put up with it. I'm not going to boost my stability right now. Although, despite the overextension, I still would be able to be okay. I could also go ahead and pass this Bishop Act to discount it a little bit more. But not yet. Maybe I will. But I'm going to wait until some of our cores are finished first. I could just park myself here. That probably makes more sense. Take care of the mainland first, and then reinforce as needed to take the final island. There's not a guarantee that there will be rebellions that pop up in every province that is in the list. It's like going to be a handful of them. France still hasn't moved their troops out of Scotland. Poor France. Do they have any transports? They have 11 there. They probably need a stack of like 11 to auto move off of there or something of that nature. New Pope. We can go ahead and dock these ships here. I'm going to allow allied armies to use my transports. I don't know if that'll help. Doesn't look like it's helping. Riga got a new cardinal. Excellent. And there we go. So let's go ahead and wipe these guys out, which should be fine. I'd queue it all up, but I'm going to wait until... I'm going to verify that I haven't lost too much in any individual battle. None of their guys have leaders. Sometimes I think peasants can spawn with leaders. I don't know exactly how it works. Defender of the Protestant faith. I'm actually happy they did it as opposed to someone else, because when I declare war on England again, which I should be checking on my truce timers. Well, it'll be easier if I look at England. Oh my god, 3 years. I'm going to want to declare war on England as soon as that comes up, because I don't want them joining the coalition, if I can help it. That being said, what's the coalition status right now? Cologne. So it'd be a war against England and Cologne. And that shouldn't drag in Austria. That actually might be favorable, I'm not sure. But probably not. Anyway, let's go and wipe that out. And then probably just go and finish them off. We'll be okay. Now we'll wait for a morale tick. Just to make sure. Because it'll be the end of the month. Hopefully win the battle before the end of the month. No, we don't. So we'll have to wait quite a few days to get a morale tick. We'll go ahead and wait. There's no need to rush these guys. If you can see, their siege progress isn't that great. And there we go. Coring, how are we doing? Oh, we got to put a cut in here. Coring's nearly done. We're growing well. I will definitely be boosting my stability back up to +1 once we are no longer overextended. And then we do have to start our next set of plots. Right now we're improving relations everywhere. Oh yeah, we'll probably... Let's check our diplomatic reputation modifier. Which one is it? This one here. That goes away... Oh! In just half a month. We're going to lose the annex subject, which means we'll be in a great position to start annexing Scotland. We are at +180 with them. Tell you what, I'm going to end this episode when we start annexing Scotland, just so I don't forget to do it right away at the start of the next episode, which would disappoint me. Let's go ahead and smash these guys. Actually getting some attrition over there. There we go. What am I looking for? I was about to check something. I can't remember what it is. It's relevant for... Oh, right, my mission. Protect against Poland. Have an army of size 30. You know, I could probably get that started right away, because I have... What's my force limit? Is it 20? It's 24 right now, so only 6 more units would be required to do that. You know, I quite like the idea of building this template here. We have the manpower and the money. So let's do that. We'll get that started. And, oh yeah, I've just got to wait to get +8 more relationship with Scotland so that we can start annexing them. Lovely. Why don't you go and stand in Finland, which has a relatively good base thing. Oh, no, wait, hold on. You're actually going to stay in, maybe Revel, because, oh, no, it doesn't have unrest. Oh, every province in that unrest group will get the -20? Oh, all right. Yeah, okay, go stand in Finland for now. It's going to be fine. We could actually pull back on our maintenance. Maybe drop it back to, not all the way down, somewhere like that. 184. Let's go and kick up the speed. 186. Coring is happening. Lovely. I'll go ahead and cancel the relationship boost with France, just so that we have a guy right away. We protected against Poland. Oh, I was hoping we'd get the mission to annex Scotland. Well, they might still ask me that. 5 prestige. Well, that's not much. Papal controller's a bit tough. Claim Memel. And we get power. Well, let's do that. That's from Poland. No, I don't have a dude right now. Let's go ahead and pull our guy back from Tyrone as well. So we're going to fabricate a claim on Memel. And 1 more tick of relationship boost. Oh, we can get another idea. Is it a Diplo idea? It is. Oh, cheaper stability costs. Actually, let's definitely get that. And we're going to have to watch it because we're going to need Diplo power to annex Scotland. But we're making enough. We're going to be operating at a gain. Okay, armies are arriving. We'll get a few of those pop-ups. Just waiting for another relationship tick, which I think will happen on the 1st of November. There you go, 190. Annex Vassal. Beautiful. It'll cost 500 Diplo power. It'll happen over a course of 42 years. 42 years we'll just be losing in diplomat. So the diplomatic power doesn't matter because it'll be stretched out so thin. But if we check, it's the reason we don't have the same religion. We should be getting a +1 for same religion, and we don't have a positive diplomatic reputation. I don't suppose there's a dude. No, there's no dude. So we're just going to have to kind of sort of eat that. I am going to start the process. It'll improve over time if we do get a positive diplomatic reputation. We'll see how that happens. It does suck, like, to be short one. We're short one diplomat. That's the cost right now. It's not the diplo cost. It's the fact that we no longer have an extra diplomat to spare. And actually, let's go. I'm just going to advance for that diplomat to come home. And then we're going to send him to improve relations with France again. So I'm going to leave it off here. Well, productive trio of episodes I just recorded here. We did grab a lot more territory. We're becoming a lot more powerful. It really makes me sad that Scotland's not Catholic, because we would have halved the time to bring them into the fold. And I'm not sure what we can do about it other than improving our diplo rep. I suppose, depending on how far we are to our next idea, Tech 14, yeah, kind of far, especially since we're still ahead of time. You know, we could get diplomatic ideas, which in the fifth diplomatic idea that you get here is +2 diplomatic reputation, which makes it much easier to annex dudes. So there we have it, folks. See you next time.